Who do we got here? Hey, Sue. Cheers to you. Happy New Year. Thought I'd come in here for a little bit to come say my farewells here on YouTube. Closing the shop, and I'm calling it quits. So, just kidding. This is my last live for 2021. I thought I'd jump on for 30 minutes to an hour. Who knows? So, cheers to you all. To you all. God blessings. Mm. Me and my wife got invited to some family get-togethers. But since we have my grandson with us and his mom does not want us to take him anywhere because everyone's sick. So who do we got here? Let me go through the chat here. I will. It said you have just been thumbed. Thank you, Hutch. Appreciate it. All right, so let me go to the top. So we got Heather. Hey, Red. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Hutch Homestead. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother. What up? What up? Sue said, "Hey, Red. Just dropping. Just say hi. Happy New Year to you and your wife. See you next year." Yes, see you next year. Definitely. Hello. About to say. Dang it, Red. It's been a hell of a year for a lot of people. And if the music in the background is too loud, let me know and I will go turn it down. So, um, mm, it's been a hell of a year. And there's a lot of things we can complain about, right? And we can bitch about. But I think we're at the turning point of for anyone that's out there, YouTube content creators, people that watch it, people that have been on the fence of making a video. I think this is the turning point for a lot of people. And it says I have 0 people watching, so I'm sure that's not right, but I'm not monetized, so I'm not too worried about the whole any background noise. So it says 3 people watching, and now it says 1 person watching, 3 thumbs up. So, but I think we're at the turning point for a lot of channels in a good way. I think there's a lot of people that are expanding, they're growing out. Thank you, Hutch. Appreciate it, brother. And I want to say, Hutch, I appreciate you. Um, I appreciate the person that you are, and me taking some time to like look into this channel. Hey, hey, Lucky, how's it going? Cheers to you. So, but yeah, it's I'm 0. No, you're not 0. You're up there. So I'm here, and I appreciate honesty. I appreciate honest people. You don't have to be the greatest person. You don't have to be the most entertaining. And lucky, I've been busy all day, running around with my wife and grandson, making errands, going to grandpa's, clean up, going to the recycle center. I mean, everything that I was like, damn it, I missed her live show. So I'm gonna go back and watch your live show later. I took a nap earlier, so I have a lot of energy. But and again, if the music in the background is too loud, let me know. I'll go turn it down a bit. So I got it way over there. But I think that this is a cusp of the turn of the a lot of things for the better. This year's been kind of shitty for a lot of people. It's been rough. A lot of people have died that we've lost. And I think we're all tired of the whole like arguing and fighting with everyone in general, not just here on YouTube, but just in general. And one of the things that I'm taking away from this year, so that I can be a better person, is to give people a chance. Try not to be so judgmental. Not try not to assume, right? Because we're all growing, right? We're all human beings. We all grow as individuals. We all become better people, and some of us we don't know, right? One of the things I have is, for example, kind of in the knife community. There's a lot of wonderful knife throwers out there in the world, and that knife world is way different from this world that we see here, right? But even in the knife community, there could be divisions, right? This person doesn't like that person. Well, oh, well, you roll with them, but so you can't roll with us, and it's just frustrating, right? Because you like who you like, you're friends with who you're friends with, and sometimes you get in the crossfires because you don't know, right? You don't know. I didn't know that because I roll with this person, you don't like them, but you like me, and it's like. So in the And the just of all of it is just be better, right? I'm always telling people to. I'm always trying to give words of wisdom to other people. I also need to reflect on that too myself, right? Be better, be kinder, be open-minded. And and in some cases there's just some things that we agree to disagree and we just don't get along, whatever. But I think at the end of the day, I think we all have some purpose here. We all want to do something good, right? So, and the just of all, it's not about channels. It's just about being a better person, right? Being honest with yourself, who you are, and know that that light will shine to those that are drawn to you, right? Not every light is for everybody. You're gonna hear a lot of fireworks in the background because there's people popping fireworks like in all directions. So, you know, that is what I'm taking from this. So, among starting fresh, new year, right? Let's see what we got. Let me go through the chat here. So, um, everybody's welcome. So here, so let's see. I called out Heather Hutch, Sue from Tampa. We got Lucky Dame in the house. In the house, we got Twisted Metals of Texas. Good evening, brother. Here in the early. Happy New Year's. Yeah, yeah. So I thought I'd jump on here for a little bit. So Matrix, welcome. Bet Cali Garcia. Hey, how are you? Happy New Year from Miami. Okay. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. We got Floam 2C. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. So, yeah, it's, and going through Grandpa's stuff or whatever, this guy right here, going through his stuff, I'm like, man, you reflect on your own life, right? Like, you're getting rid of so much junk and this and that, and you realize, like, I have to do some house cleaning too myself, right? So, among that, trying to go into the new year healthy as far as like, you know, no unicorn, no, cough, cough, anything like that. I've been saying, staying at home, just hunker down. Me and my wife, grandson. I mean, we get out, we mask up, we go do what we got to do. But as far as like sitting down, going to events, didn't happen this year. I mean, this is the first year that we did not go to my wife's family's house for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's. First year that I've been with her all these years, we just we missed out on all those events just because we have the grandson. So, what are you guys doing in the comments? Leave a comment below. What are you doing for tonight? Are you just staying home like old folks like me, or are you going to an event? So, I think a lot of people are doing the solo thing this year. Lots of boom fireworks. Usually, and we have a boom. All right, Pastor. Yeah, all the dogs are inside. Like all the neighbors. I don't hear any dogs ever. All the dogs are inside because of the fireworks. Sitting at home, sitting at home. LOL. Yeah, same here, brother. It's just not. I think the older we get, the less we want to be out there, right? So, Wizards in the house. Welcome, Wizard. Sandwich pasta. Mm. JH is 556 because of the that I always wondered. 556. Was that the area code? Just wondering. Hey Vanessa, happy New Year to you. Welcome. Thought I'd do an early party celebration. So let's see if I can get these lights to flicker differently. Hold on. Here we go. Hope I sent. Yes, red. Okay, got you. I can smell the gunpowder. I can smell the napalm. Apocalypse now. Yeah, exactly. We enjoy it just sitting at home, relax, old school. I ain't gotta be in the hustle and bustle. Dogs exhausted, wet fed, don't like it. The noise, yeah. Nah, Garcia, too much coke. Yeah, so one of the things about all the boom booms that's going on, can you hear that? I'm pretty sure it's over there. I just can't see it. Dang. Hold on, let me check that out. Just my luck, it stopped. Somebody's probably in the field back there popping the shit out of stuff. Care. Yeah, it seems like everybody got got the cooties, as Lucky would say. Everybody got the cooties in the last couple of weeks, and I'll tell you what, all the sites for the testing packed. Every every place that I'm that I know of, just packed, long lines, just like on TV. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, so is it the employers that are making these individuals go, or these people are actually super scared that they got in contact with it? I wonder, because man, it was like supercharged, ramped up, cars everywhere. I'm just like, jeez. Let's see. And that's on my dog. Okay, not gonna be a cop catching at night with all the. Yeah, definitely one of the things I don't do, Wizard. Especially that, I mean, obviously when I was younger, you run the streets wild, this and that. One of the things I I practice and I don't do on New Year's Eve is I make it a habit of not to be on the road close to midnight or at midnight. We have gone to family's house, like out in the country or wherever outside of Austin area, and like in the Butte, Kyle area, and we've just stayed there. We've either stayed there or waited till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning if I've gotten rest to drive back, and we'll take all the back roads. But even then, I do not like driving New Year's Eve. Too many drunks on there, too many accidents, um, and it's one of those things I don't do. Of course, I try to tell my kids that, and of course, they're young and they want to get out and they want to do stuff. So I got one kid that just got over the cootie and went out of town to go see her dad and grandparents, and I'm like, you just got over this, girl. Like you can't stop her. I guess 10 days in, 10, 11 days in, young. They got so much energy. They're just ready to get out. They want to do stuff and out to eat and this. I'm gonna go see this friend. I'm like, I mean, what would you do if you were not living with us? So I was in explosives and military, then switched to military public health. The booms are hit are net funny or no funny at all. Yeah, isn't that funny, Vanessa? Isn't it funny how the older we get, the things that we tolerated, like if you like the roller coaster rides, which I've never liked, I just don't like that feeling of spinning and twisting in my stomach and this and that. I've never enjoyed roller coasters, never have. Been a scaredy cat of that shit. I don't like it. To those that I know or that I've known who love that, and now, in their late, 30s, 40s, are like, I can't do it anymore. Now, the things we tolerated back then, we cannot tolerate anymore. It's like either that or it's just like, I'm not interested in that anymore. So it's kind of funny how that works out, huh? Let's see, who do we also got there? A lot of people sick in my. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, Bet Keller. I'm going to call you BG. How about that? Yeah, Garcia, I've seen the news, and I don't even watch the news as much, but a lot of people are sick, and I'm like, I don't see things shutting down again ever. Not unless it's a not unless it's a zombie apocalypse, to the extreme. I don't see things shutting down because the economy's messed up. There's no workers. I don't know where our people went. All the fast foods that I've seen, the hamburger places, I mean, they're minimum 13, $14 starting out. Minimum. And I'm thinking, man, I remember back in the day it was like you were lucky if you got $6 to $8, maybe nine if you were a cook. I mean, that was a long time ago, but how times have changed. And I'm thinking if this is the time that you've been wanting to be in the food industry, now would be the time to jump in because they're paying those guys 14 bucks and up. Even McDonald's is like $16, I think. It's just crazy. It's like, the food's going to go up because if they got to pay the more workers more money, food's going to go up. It's just simple math. See what else we got in the chat. I love reading the comments. I don't get test unless my dog's order. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm working from home still. I mean, that's probably never going to change. I talked to my boss about a month or so ago, and he's like, I don't see things going back to normal for us. I don't see us coming back into the office. I know they're wanting us to go like twice a month, um, but even that's questionable now with all the numbers. So, I just take it month by month at this point. I remember in the beginning was like, oh, we're gonna stay home for 3 months, let this settle down, and it's like okay, and it was just month by month, and we just kept waiting for the newsletters, the the agency or the company's notification and say, hey, we're not going to return. We're going to wait till the 1st of July. Okay, now we're going to wait till the 1st of September. Okay, now we're going to wait till the first of whatever. And it's like at this point, I'm like, why don't y'all just say it is what it is and just say you guys are working from home unless as needed you can come into the office. But we do the same job at home, so it's like, why? Makes no sense. All right, let me go through some of these. Let's see. I've never had. Okay, so good to see you. Yep. Floam 2C. Yes, you're still here. Okay, we've already caught it. What I assume. Well, yeah, and so now I'm kind of questioning. Remember when I said I had food poisoning? My wife was like, I've read some of the symptoms were, vomiting, headaches, and then the diarrhea stuff. Um, and she goes, you need to not be hard headed, and you should have gone and get tested. But I was like, that only lasted 3 days. I'm like, I'm sure it was food poisoning, but I don't know. Everyone has different symptoms. I already had it last year, so I mean, I have the antibodies from last year when I got it, and even when I got it then, it was just fatigue, tiredness. That was it. No coughing, none of the lost my taste of smell or the taste of food, anything like that. It was just I'm tired, exhausted. So I just keep moving and moving and moving. But the majority of people do survive it. It's just you got the ones that have the underlying, health conditions, and those are the ones that are more like acceptable to like getting it like really bad. I see. Let's see. It's hours and hours wait for testing ever. It is lucky, and it's like just like on the news, it's like you better make sure you have a full tank of gas or at least more than a half tank because you're going to be waiting. You're not going to just you know go in there 5 minutes. I mean, there's long lines everywhere, and that's not fear mongering. That's just telling you that is the truth. I still wonder what happened to all the cargo ships. They kind of stopped talking about that whole thing about the supplies. I'm like, what's up with the ships? So, if anyone's heard anything, drop a comment below. And you know what I'm gonna do here? Let me see. Give me a second here. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Nope. Okay. Lucky you don't have to, but I know you're pretty good at it, so I made you a moderator on my little small channel. So anyway, just in case you see some junk. But y'all are welcome to drop a link to another channel. You're welcome to drop a link to a news thing or whatever, because I know you all have good taste. So let's see. Back up here. Yep, I heard about the Walmart NG that closed. Oh wow, I didn't hear about that, Lucky. I did not hear about that. So hopefully you talked about that on your live chat earlier. I'll go back and listen to it. I love to listen to live chats like at the end of the evening where I'll just plug in and I just kind of like lay there, or like I'm in bed but I'm away, right? Instead of watching TV, I usually just watch YouTube. That's my thing is I watch YouTube like I watch TV. I don't really watch TV. My wife watches shows, this and that. I'm just not into that. I'm more entertained with you guys making videos, going live and stuff. So that is, I told my wife, you want to cut the cable, cut the cable. I don't care. I was like, I'll watch YouTube anyway. So she just shakes her head like it's entertaining. I'm sorry. Let's see. If you work from home, no. Okay, good. That is awesome, Lucky. Let's see. All right, let me go back up because I missed something here. We've already caught it soon. Passed out on the kidney coaster 6 times. Oh, no, no, thank you. Vanessa, that doesn't sound fun. I just, and I don't want to find myself going like that, be that guy like, man, what happened? Like, you passed out. I'm like, no. $50 here for fast food. Yeah, it's average right now, 14, $15. I don't know about other states, but in Texas, and definitely in Central Texas, because that's what I've seen too as well. Places have closed because of staff. You know what I've noticed, BG? Uh, I've noticed that a lot of restaurants have condensed hours. Have y'all been seeing that in your area? So normally, they're open from lunch and dinner, right? Or they're open from like 11 to 8, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. A lot of restaurants are now they're condensing their hours. And they're closing at 7, right? because they don't have the staff to function and stay open and make it worth it, right? Or they're just cutting their so no more lunch. We're just doing dinner time from this time. I've noticed a lot of places are doing that, and it's that's not a good sign. I think we're going to see restaurants revamp their way of how they run their business. Either you walk up to the window and order, or you call it to go. Because I mean, if unless these workers start coming back, unless they get a handle on the whole unicorn thing out there that's going on, it's affecting businesses. So list of people I know are getting sick. This home has not. Oh wow, you're lucky, Vanessa. Yes, my friend had those symptoms. Lots of them. I said, yep, I heard about the. Okay, I heard Walmart. I'll have to read that one. Yeah, my dad caught it a year ago and recently got tested and still has. And I think this year, once I get a new computer, I think I'm gonna get the whole StreamYard thing so I can do the whole click on the little comments. I haven't done that and just. I mean, now I got a microphone. Now I need to kind of up, what is it? Up step, or I need to level up my live thing. So get a headset and a microphone. Yep, can I take your order? Okay, cheeseburger. Hold the onions. Okay, got you. I need to do something like that. So I'm gonna work on that and pay for it and just get the StreamYard so I can do the live streams with that. So I can be fancy like some of you guys out there, you guys and gals. So yeah, but I got it here. Recently got tested and still has antibodies. That's good. And see, that's the thing that and I don't want to go down the rabbit hole on this whole unicorn thing, but I question the ones that got the unicorn, right, got sick, acquired the antibodies, and then how they're affected this second time versus getting it right, and then afterwards getting the unicorn, you know, here, and then getting it again or not getting it. I wonder what the numbers or what the stats are on that. I mean, does it help? Doesn't help? You know, and I'm not saying for or against. Uh, I always think about that. Like I think about people that I know. I was like, well, did they get it after the first round, or did they didn't get it? How were they affected the second time? Or they got it, and then got the unicorn here, and then the second time they got it, does it, or were they better off with the antibodies and plus the juice box? So using my code words here. So let's see. I touched on New York. Okay, briefly, businesses are closing because so many people are sick. Once, yes, Omicron is more like this. Yeah, and the thing is, Lucky. I mean, that you said I touched on NJWM briefly business. Here's the thing: is like I understand that like people that are at jobs that don't get paid for being out sick or don't have leave or whatever. So it's like if they don't go to work, they don't get paid, right? And that's totally understandable for people in that situation. But here's the thing that I always think to myself, and I wonder if other people think this too. If you go to work, right, and then your coworker is sick, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, I have to come to work. I have no leave. I don't get paid." Understanding that, but are you okay with them being right next to you, working, coughing, and sick, thinking they can get me sick, and I don't want to be here? And that's where the kind of split up decision goes. Because I understand on one end, like, hey, you have to work, but can you work over there? But in some places, you have to work next to people, and they're coughing. They're like, they're trying to hold it. It's like, I don't want to get sick. Like, like, can my employer do something about it? No. It's like, and I've heard situations where they're just like, well, they're wearing their mask. They're over there, or they're in their office, and it's like, but they shouldn't be here. Like, can you send them home to do work? Can you set up another area? Like, if you're sick and coughing, everyone that's sick go on that side. Everyone that's not sick, it's like it's division. It's like you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm like, what is the answer to that? Because I don't see us shutting down like we did before, unless it's like in the movie I Am Legend, right to the extreme. And I always think about that when this whole thing started. I thought, man, there's gonna be zombies, people turning sick and shit. But I just don't see that happen unless it gets extreme, and I don't see them paying people to stay home because look what happened to the economy. Look what happened to everyone that got a paycheck and the like. And I knew people that were getting paid more money to stay home than to go to work and do their job. Unfortunately, I had to work, right? Because they said, "Hey, you can go home and work." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "I'd like to stay home and do nothing and be like," and the ones that did stay home, I just envisioned that them being at home playing on the Xbox, PlayStation, right? A lot of people I knew did that. But then I'm thinking about myself and my mindset. It's like if I was home for a month or two, man, I'd be working on repairs, doing projects. I mean, I would just be staying busy because it'd be like I'm getting paid to stay home and do nothing, you know? But I know a lot of people said, man, the next time I'm staying home. Everybody else got to stay home. I'm staying home this time. But I don't know if they'd pay us to stay home. I mean, you know, I think that that's partly the answer is pay everyone, right? You close if you're going to close things down, you give businesses enough money to float to stay open for 3 months. You give enough for everyone to have a base income to pay their bills. You shut everything down because then if you shut everything down, no one has anywhere to go unless it's essential. Like you're gonna take your pet to the veterinary, the hospital, grocery stores. But beyond that, keep it to a minimum of what's open. You lock everyone down for 2 or 3 months, right? Pay everyone to stay home so they can pay the utilities. Because I remember when that first happened, it was like the planet, the world was quiet. It was like quiet, and I even saw pictures on the news where like all the cities and states or countries that were heavily polluted, the air was clean, the birds are flying. Like look at the pollution that we do to the planet by everyone being out and about. And it's selfish, I know, but it's like look how beautiful and quiet our world is, right? Everyone's at peace. Everyone's in their home. There's no madness. I love that, right? Now, if I can have that and the best of the both worlds of having a normal society, that'd be awesome. But I know that's not the way it works. Let me go back up on the chat. Uh, I know some folks who seem to have, but also lose so much. Wow. And you know that it's no fault to their own, right? If you get it, you get it. I mean, it happens, right? You can't knock that individual. No, the ones that are careless and it's like I'm not wearing a mask. I'm gonna go out there and touch everything. And I see people in the store. I'm like, dude, you're coughing. Like you're coughing. You're in the store. Like at least cover a mask. I'm not saying stay home, but just cover up. You're in the store. You're with other people. Cover up. If you're out in the parking lot, take your damn mask off. I don't care. When I'm in the restaurants or passing or getting my food or like passing through like a busy area, I'll put my mask on. I don't care. And then once I'm away from everyone, I pull that sucker down. I walk around like nothing, because I'm just trying to protect myself. And let me see. I'm gonna catch up on this chat. So let's see. D. Lucky I have no sense of smell and limited taste. Wow. We you be styling. Yep. Up. I know some folks that seem to have. I vote the next version be called Galvatron. As much immunity as your body can make is most likely best. Yeah, and I believe that we should be able to like naturally get over it, right? I really do, because otherwise you're just when you're secluded so much and you're not exposed to germs and stuff, your body can't build up resistance against that. So I mean, like today we went to my grandfather's. We were in the yard raking the leaves, and after toward the end, my wife's like, "We should be wearing a mask." I said, "Why?" And I'm thinking, we're already out here. It's like it's too late, you know. It's like I'm used to being outdoors, and as a kid, touching the mud, playing in the mud, dirt, just getting dirt all up on my nails, and then like biting on like as a kid. But I know we live in a different world, and hell, when stuff fell on the floor, you pick it up, right? 5 second rule, dust it off, and you eat it. Go put some water on it or something. Let's see. Let me catch up on this. Absolutely, me too. Let's see. Let me go back. I research. Perhaps. Okay. Let's see. Looks like okay, on the cross. Okay, look at satellite photos. Ports are still backlogged. Oh wow. Can you see that on Google Maps or you said satellite? I'm assuming you meant Google Maps, right? And it should show on there. That's fine. Perhaps the country should improve many more ports around. Yeah, and the thing with the whole ports on that, I'm like, who gains to benefit from them being backlogged? If you want to go conspiracy theory, like, who benefits this? If you want to get diabolical, Doctor Evil and shit, who benefits from the ports being backlogged or the ships not get? I mean, the businesses don't make any money. We don't buy the products. You don't have enough workers. So it's like, what is the solution? Like, unless Thanos came and said and snapped his fingers, which I did a little meme on YouTube a while back, like a short 15 seconds. I'm like, where do all these workers go? And that's the $1 million question. Where everyone that was doing the job before, did they just disappear? Did did Thanos snap his fingers and said, "Be gone"? I mean, where is everybody at? Or did they just realize, hey, you know what? I'd rather be a bum. I don't want to make $15, $18 an hour. I'm having fun just staying at home, doing nothing. Where's everyone at? I don't understand that. All right, let me catch up on this chats here because y'all been. I vote the next version be okay. I got that one. Lucky. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. There are a lot of folks who took the Jews who are sick, but I think it's still gonna work. And that's the thing. I mean, the ones. I mean, here's the question that I think everyone that's taking it, everyone that knows someone that's taking it, and either has gotten sick or hasn't gotten sick, whether you have or haven't after you've gotten it, I think everyone is now questioning what is what. I'm not saying it's wrong to take it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not saying it's wrong to take it. I'm not saying it's wrong not to take it. I'm not saying you do whatever you think is best for you, your family, your loved ones. You do what you think. What I'm saying is, I think everyone on both sides, this side, that side, your side, my side, everyone, I think at this point is now questioning what what is right, what is true, what is false, what works, what doesn't work. Everyone is confused at this point. I don't think there's any right or wrong. I think we want answers, and no one has them. Even Fauci, he don't even know. Let's see. Let me go back up. I know some folks that seem to have. Okay, I got that one. Let's see. I'm coughing all day. I work from home. Well, at least you work from home, BG. Some people may forget the last year stand. See, that's the thing is, like, I would have loved to get paid and say, hey, you're guaranteed to have your job, but go ahead and just stay home and don't do anything. We're gonna pay you, and then when this is over with, you come back. You got guaranteed. I would have taken that deal in a heartbeat. I'd be like, hell yeah, pay me to stay home. Now I'm working a little side hustle jobs now, making a little extra money. So I know people are gonna. I see some people under and those folks were supposed to pay their bills with that cash. And evictions are stuff. See, I don't understand the whole eviction thing. It's like, and the people that are freaking out now, it's like you knew this day was coming, and I'm not being ugly, but I'm like, if they said, hey, Red, you can stay here for 6 months, but on this date, rent is due. How am I going to go through all those months and not think about, okay, I got a couple months as cushion, but in the back of my mind, I need to be thinking about where I'm going to go, how much can I afford, what's the best thing for me, do I need to move out of the city? Let me go turn the radio down because I'm jamming out too much. Hold on. My wife and grandson are making cookies inside, so he's having a ball. But how those people wait to this point, now they're on the news crying and they're like, I don't have anywhere to go. I'm thinking, but you knew this was coming. Like, how does that surprise you? I don't, and that's not me being cold hearted. That's just me being logical, saying, On this day, your rent is due. On this day, you have to move out. On this day, money's out, runs out. You know that day is coming. Why would you be surprised when they say, hey, eviction's up, rent's due, and you're like, I have no money? I'm like, how have you been paying your bills? Well, the government's been giving a. What have you been doing with that money? you know, nothing. You don't pay rent. You're getting a check to stay home. What are you doing with that money? You know, uh, it's frustrating, especially when you're like the taxpayer and you're working, and then people are not working, and it's like I don't get to live off the system. So why is it okay for you to live off the system? And don't get me wrong, I'm all for hey, people are down on the luck, they need some help, food stamps, government assistance, housing. I'm all for that to a certain point, and then you need to get off your ass and go get a job, whether you want to clean toilets or not. You need to go to work. You had your second chance. You had your free ticket, bailout ticket for a couple of months, and now we're gonna help somebody else. You're done. You're in the system. You won't get it anymore. So at least maybe cap it off like 5, 7 years from now. If you're in, you can then file then if you're in the situation you're in now. Something like that. And that's not being cold. That's just me being fair. And fair people don't like. All right. Let me see. As much as all right. Go back up. Let's see. I don't think another closure will happen unless mortality rate. Yeah, I agree, Lucky. Unless it's a high mortality, I don't see them shutting it down. It's like go to work, you're fine. Even I have family members that work for the school districts, and I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, no, they don't care. The kids are home. The kids are sick. They just send them home. They're not going to shut it down anymore at this point. I talked about that tonight. Stop open mouth coughing and sneezing. Yeah, and I get it. I understand the whole sneezing thing. Everyone sneezes. Everyone coughs. I'm very cautious of like, oh shit, let me leave the room. Let me leave the room. Let me go somewhere else and do something because I feel the cough, Or even like if I'm in the car, I'll roll to the window down. I'm like coughing out. My wife's like, she's over there like this, and then I'm like, and then she'll have the same cough, and I'm like, I just look at her like, okay, you cough, I get it. So, but be mindful. But there's people that are pushing the mask and they're like, I'm like, dude, you're like this. Now just projecting like at least do this or do this, or coughing your mouth closed, something. They don't care. It's like they're walking and farting. And just like and just fart. And I'm like, dude, I'm right here and you're coughing like passing me up. Like Jesus, I hate that, man. That's just people being selfish to me. Oh, okay, let's see. All right, let me catch up on these things. Okay, let's see. I love it. I love the comments. A lot of people focus on saying, I don't think another. Okay, lol. Yes, HEB. I go to HEB. Oh, same here, Lucky. We do that. That's our store right there. I plan to visit the Alamo this summer. Any suggestions? That'd be for Lucky to ask. She lives in San Antonio. The Riverwalk, of course, the Market Square. I mean, San Antonio's full of culture. Carry paper towels to cough. The government benefits. It's all about control. Yep. Many baby boomers left the jobs markets. They retired. And Vanessa, I saw a couple of different YouTube channels talk about it, and even on the news, they're blaming all this on the baby boomers for the job things. But I'm thinking the reality is these folks, they've been retired. They came back into the workforce, or they're at the end of their retirement. So it's like it's only right that they're at the end of that cycle, that new cycle, that new generation. They're supposed to be filling in the void. They're supposed to be in work, not going to school for 20 years, not living in mom and dad's basement. They're supposed to be out there working in the workforce. It's a revolving door. Pretty soon, I'm going to get to retirement because I'll be eligible. I will retire and I will go work again. But eventually, I will quit that job too. It's like, no, I'm not supposed to work forever. And that is the thing. It's like the generation today is not of the same mindset. They don't have the same work ethic. They don't think the same. They're not considerate. They don't have the same brain thinking as we do. But I'm not naive. What happened? Okay, grandson. They don't have the same capacity to think that we do, right? The way we do. But I'm not naive to say, I'm at the end of my cycle generation of workers. Like, I'm just riding this baby out at this point. I'm not trying to save the world. I'm not trying to change minds. I am here for my coworkers. I'm here for anyone that wants to learn my method. But I know I'm out the door here in a couple years, meaning I'm at the end of my work cycle that I can retire, hopefully in 3 years, 4 years, and go do something else because I'm still young enough. I'm 47. I got in. I jumped in early. I'm thankful that I did that. Right. Many times I didn't want to do this job, and I'm just like, I want to go do something fun and work for Dell, go travel, do all the fun stuff that my high school classmates are doing. And now they're looking for jobs with retirement benefits. Like, you got in the game too late, baby. So let's see. Benefits. Okay. Da, da, da. Yes. Government benefits. It's all about controlling the masses. Yes, I agree, Heather. Man, my generation, I know that the mask doesn't work, but I wear it because it makes me feel safe. That's crazy. I agree with that. I agree with you, but I also would like to think, whether it's psyching myself out or not, that I'm at least trying to protect myself. I'm not saying it'll stop it, but I'm hoping, I'm believing, I'm trying to think this will help to some degree. You know, I know. Okay, multiple side of hustles. Yeah, multiple exactly multiple side hustles. You don't pay rent. I suspect something. Exactly. If landlords roll dice on bills, everyone. Let's see. A lot of people did that. Stayed home, got paid, or got employment, and took the side hustle with people were tipping good during. Yeah, exactly. Vegas. What's in Vegas, Lucky? Tell me. Oh, they went to Vegas, you said? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Party till you go under the bridge. I'm gonna be the person passing under the bridge, seeing people lay under the bridge from all the rock and roll and party and sex and all that. So I'm gonna be the like, yep, that's not for me. I live in Miami, aka Scam City. Trust me, so many people aren't taking advantage. I bet there's a thing that's I saw a news article in Texas, and one of the state agencies. Um, I know someone that worked for the state agency. They don't work in any of it anymore, but it's Department of Motor Vehicles, I think. Yeah, not where you get your driver's license. I think it's where the car dealerships are, like they license dealers. Anyway, something like that. A lot of people think DMV in Texas. It's not DMV. That's I think it's DPS, Department of Public Safety, is where you go get your driver's license and so forth. DMV is actually Department of Motor Vehicles. That's where dealerships apply to get their license to sell, right? And so they were saying that a lot of scam is going on. So a lot of those little pop-up shops, they apply for their license and stuff. And what they're doing is they're not really selling cars. It's like a front, so they can print the paper plates to sell them, so they can have like trafficking as far as maybe like drugs, sex, um, other trafficking known areas that people do is that they'll sell them so they can get in and out of states, and they sell them all across the state. Well, they're catching that. Well, the person that I know that worked there was saying that what happens is a lot of people that apply for those, if you notice, if you, I'm not saying everyone, but like the legit small little used car dealerships, if you notice in my area, there's a lot of people from the Middle East, like Middle Easterns, Alibabas, Pakistanis, whatever you want to call them. A lot of Middle Eastern people own those places. But what happens is they're trying to bring their family into the country. Their family has to show some proof of employment, right? And it's weird how that works, right? If you have no Social Security, you're not a citizen, how do you gain employment? Well, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. You don't have to have Social Security to own technically own a dealership, right? You can have multiple partners, right? Like LLC, um, you know, uh, company, whatever, and you have partners or whatever. These are owners of the company, right? They technically own the business, so you technically are somewhat employed under this, right? So they'll have proof that they're employed, so that when they apply for their visa, they get it. Whether they're here in the country or not, whether they actually have residence, whether they pay taxes, whatever, that's what's going on, right? And so this family member told me like that, on paper it looks legit, right? But the reality is, when you're processing these, you're thinking this doesn't sound right. But because they have all their checks and balances and documents and paperwork and insurance and paid the fees and they provided names and blah blah blah, they get the license. There's a lot of this shit going on, underground shit that people don't realize that happens, that people come to this country, and you think about the overpopulation of immigrants. I'm not saying immigrants shouldn't come, because we're all immigrants of some descents, right? Your ancestors descended here a long time ago, but there comes a point where there's an overpopulation of immigrants. There's too many immigrants. It doesn't mean the immigrants should be here, but there has to be a cap. There has to be a process, right? And that process is like everyone has just not necessarily jumped the wall, but everyone has just jumped off the ships, jumped the walls, coming here illegally, etc. So it's out of control. And the same reason these people come to this country for a better life, I think will be the same ones to mess this country up and just destroy it within, and not in an ugly way. Just there's only so many slices of the pie everybody can have, you know. We love you. Who do you love? He said, we love you. I like that next door. Okay. Let me go through some. I know some comments coming through. Let's see. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Our hospital ER beds are full again. Wow. All right. So Vanessa, you don't have to tell us the city. What general area are you in? You're in North Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth. You can say Panhandle, whatever you want. I'm just curious. Yes, their own world order things of what they have been. Or retired military on TDR. Okay, you said retired military on TDL, TDRL, July. I don't know what that means. I guess it's called went to college, went to master's degree. Wow. Man, you got a lot of education there. Yeah, math don't work. One of my close friends and my mom told her they are good. So here's the thing, Heather. I don't disagree with you, but I guess the way I look at it is um, distance, mask, wash your hands, use sanitizer, right? For me, distance, mask, hand sanitizer, keeping away from as much populated areas like concerts, dance halls, clubs, whatever, bars. For me, that's how I justify my protection. I don't disagree with you. I take in the I take into consideration all those factors to greater or better my chances of not getting it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Uh, yeah, let's see. Google loves you. I don't know what that means. I know Google. Do you? Who is Sriracha? Sriracha. I don't know. Does anybody know that person? Are they cool? No trolling here. Come on now. Let's be cool. She's my typing FU as snafu bride. I'm I'm a I'm Connecticut. Okay, Connecticut by the main air. Okay. Still life. I don't know. Still life. What's that? NYC. I know what you mean. I know what it means. Okay. Okay. Lucky you have a wrench now, so help out. Facebook, identification, explosive magnets, T. Oh, temporary disabled retired. Yeah, of course, Lucky would know because Mister is retired military too. Gotcha. Okay, permanent. I believe in 5G. 5G. Yes, I live in Fort Worth. Explosive PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, thank you, Lucky. Appreciate it. I know you're on that stuff, so I'm watching. I'm watching. Okay, thank you, Heather. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, appreciate it, ladies. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a good guy. Like, come on now. Like, go away. Like, come on. So, stuff like that. So, yeah. So I know I'm kind of rambling. I'm kind of talking a little bit fast, but I'm trying to get everything out. Whack a troll. Whapa. Right. Get a fly swatter. I'm gonna put troll on this side. Whapa. Fly swatter hand. Yeah. Just this year, I'm just trolls can taste my jump boots. Spit. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Other than that, I've just I'm just trying to go into the new year, fresh start. You know, trying to get my grandfather's house on the market hopefully soon. That's gonna take some time, but trolls have been out of a lot. Yeah, and I'm like, I guess it's nothing better to do. I always wonder about some of those guys that do the like the what is it called when they call you and they're like, yeah, I want to know if you want a free vacation, or like the scam artists. Like, I mean, they're in the house. I'm thinking to myself, what kind of life did you have growing up that you have no morals, no values, no respect, no thought, no consideration, right? To just say, man, that I have that I'm so low that I would do this to another human being, and if I could reach someone by saying that, I'm not trying to talk down to anybody, but if anyone is out there or if a troll's listening, I'm like, what kind of life did you have growing up that you would do that to another human being, right? Think about it. Think of it was me calling your mom, your grandma, someone elderly that you loved, and I took money from their table, if I took money from their account, if I scammed them and said, hey, do this or do that, right? I mean, what kind of person do you have to be that low to do those things? And there's no excuse to say, well, I'm poor, I'm broke, I live on the streets, I have no way other to survive. That's BS. Because if you wanted a chance, if you wanted to do something good, Li- and here's the thing, life is not easy. Life is never easy. I always kind of get a kick out of the young generation when they say, well, you can't have any fun unless you have money. Or I can't go out and do something. Or, all my friends have cars and I don't. You know what I say? Get your ass out there and go work. It's called hard work. It's called saving your money. It's called putting in your time. It's paying your dues. Life is not a it's not a it's not a it's not a party. You have your highs and lows. When you have your highs, you earned it. You put in your time. You earn that happiness. Just put in the work. I mean, everybody wants the best, right? Everybody wants to be better, do better, be better. You know. So if I can reach someone and say, don't do that to another human being, because how would you like it if somebody did it to someone that you love? And that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to wish you well. God bless. Take a sip here. Hold on. Yeah. How many of y'all do you actually stay up to midnight just to say Happy New Year? Me. And I love to watch the 11 o'clock hour, because that's in New York time, right? They celebrate theirs, which I heard they were cutting back too. They were having like a section. I'm sure they're gonna make it filler, like put in fillers and stuff, but it's not gonna be like before. 2 years going into this, I'm thinking, man, just how much our life has changed, right? Just the things that when I look at old movies or I look at things that how life used to be, I'm thinking, man, we're just never gonna go back there. Like, I miss that. And you can only appreciate something when you've lost it, right? I usually stay up, but gotta work in the morning, so I don't know. It will be tonight. Yeah. What's tomorrow? Saturday. So tomorrow's your Saturday. Insomnia such as I are always. Wow. Yeah, I hope. I hope I don't get that. I know a lot of people they either get vertigo or they get off balance and just like I'm like that's horrible feeling. Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year, Vborg. Or they have the insomnia. Like all my sister-in-laws, they're all retired, right? My wife's sisters, all of them. You could text them, call them, you'll see them. They always say, "What day is it?" I don't even know what time it is. I'm like, how do you not know what day it is? They just go in from they go in from one day into the next, not even knowing the hour, the date, the day, and I'm just like, man, what kind of life is that? Like, note to self: keep a calendar even when you retire. I'm like, that's maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But I'm like, shit, I'm gonna retire from this job in a couple of years, and I'm gonna go and find another job and do something else. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? If I missed you, Kyle, I'm sorry, but you've been shooting, lady. I haven't. I haven't because I've been dealing with grandpa stuff, getting the house in order. Of course, this whole thing keeps me from going anywhere. But I do want to go back. Now that I'll have my life back to myself and I can just focus on me. I can focus on some new pews this year coming up. Maybe do some trading up. Um, I'll hit the range again, and I'm not a big hunter or whatever, but I'm not gonna say I won't go hunting. But I'm not the kind of guy that gets all cameled out and goes and like I'm gonna get me a an 8 pointer, 10 pointer or whatever. Get me a big old buck. I would like to, but of course that's always expensive too. You got to know someone or have land. So, but yes, I still got the pew pews. So, and I still got the blades. Oh, that's so sweet. That's it. Let me go back up. I must have missed something here. Let's see. Troll. Yeah, to all the trolls out there, I'm not that interested. You can go troll the big channels, the big ones. I'm boring. You don't want none of me. All right, let's see. We are night trolls and we're up in the midnight every night. Anniversary of when we got together. So, oh, that's so sweet. And I'm gonna say this to all the married or all the couples out there, whether you're married or not. Uh, just I'm trying to do more leather items to sell, so that's cool. I'll say this to all the women out there, the men out there that are with someone, whether you're boyfriend, girlfriend, life partners, husband, wife, husband, wife and wife, whatever is your floats your boat. Always make time for the little things. And I told my wife this yesterday. I said, remember when I used to get up early in the morning? I would come around the bed and I'd give you a kiss and say, "Bye, honey. I'm going to work." I don't do that anymore because I'm I'm home, right? She's home. I'm home. And she goes, "Yeah, I remember." But it's the little things that your partner remembers, right? The little "I loves yous," the like, "Hey, I got your coffee." With the right, the 3 cups of sugar, or the three milks, or half and half, or whatever. It's little things when you know your partner, what they like and don't like, that you do for them that you love, or they do for you. That's what really counts, right? I mean, diamonds are great, right? Or getting a new pew pew, or you know, getting some new preps if that's your fantasy. But it's the little things that count, right? And that you appreciate. So I always try to be mindful to my wife and say, "What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?" Or I go out of my way and like, and she knows I'll sacrifice one thing for the next. She's like, "I appreciate you." I was like, "I appreciate you too. I do. This is me giving up some of my time, giving up what I want to do to make you happy. So it's the little things that matter. I sure am with my partner. Hey, that's awesome. Freedom seeds, baby. Being there for each other. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I spilled my drink. The boom didn't scare me. I just I have a drink. It's kind of slushy ice, until the ice came down. I'm scared. No. Yeah. Quick story. I don't know if I told you this or not, but so my aunt, her husband, his dad was 65 pounds in bed. They said you couldn't even see him laying in bed on the covers. Had a lot of health issues. His body was just depleting, and I was like, man, how horrible is that to be so underweight? Probably doesn't even eat, have anxiety because he couldn't breathe right. To just say, man, God, just take me, like, you know, and it's very sad, you know. It's sad to think like, I mean, we think we always like, okay, I'm gonna die in my sleep, or hopefully I die peacefully, or but we don't know. We don't know when the end is, right? We don't know when our last hour is, our last minute. So you have to make these moments count, right? You have to make them count. Not everyone's gonna be lucky to live to 91 like that guy dude did. I mean, he died peacefully, and I think he died knowing, hey, I'm wearing everyone out. It's time for me to go. And maybe he did that on his own. He was said, God, I'm ready. Or, but not everyone gets to go out like that. He went out strong and healthy. Um, Died in his sleep. And to this day, I kind of wish I was there. I wish I would have went to go see him right before that happened. Um, did a lot of things for him, but I have no regrets. So make your moments count. So, and what else? What else are we at? I am a firearms person. Yeah, and the thing is like we actually found some ammo yesterday, 45. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, ammo's not easy to find. I'm hoping that we go into this new year as people, as a group, better. That we can forgive each other, that we can move on, that we can let some shit go, that we can realize what do we accomplish by holding grudges? What do we accomplish? Because people are going to be who they're going to be, right? We're not going to change them here. We can say, man, I hate that dude's attitude. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he acts. I'm guilty of it too. But that person is that person. They're going to be that way tomorrow and the next day. So if we can respect each other, be kind, be understanding, we might have better lives ourselves. So just some words to live by. So, and you hear the fireworks going off. Let me see what time it is here. It is 9:39 my time. 9:39. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. My wife and grandsons make cookies. I just wanted to wish you all a happy New Year, and I hope that you go into the night with peace in your heart. I hope that you wake up with a clear mindset. Yeah, boom. That you stay open-minded, and if you can't get along with someone, just let them be. Go live your life because you're wasting your time on trying to change them. They're not going to change. So, peace, love, happiness. I appreciate you all. I'm not going anywhere, God willing. I will be back in 2022. Um, I've been in this game too long not to continue. So, and we'll see what happens in 2022. I'll go back and look at Lucky. I'll go back and listen to your live thing that you had. I'm always interested because you're so calm. You're just so calm, you know. And yeah, have a great night, everyone. Yeah, thank you for the moderators. I appreciate it. You'll have a blessed night. Be safe. Stay off the roads. Don't drink and drive. Drink at home. And tell your partner that you love them and you appreciate them. It'll do wonders. So, all right, adios, amigos. See you in 2022. Right out.